Go. Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, and your pharaoh of physical media, Robert Meyer Burnett, and I am here with Let's Get Physical Media, I think episode 17, could be 18, could be 19, 17, and you know what? It wouldn't be a show unless we went all the way to Saarbrücken, Deutschland, and brought you everyone's favorite German, Mr. Dieter Bastian. Dieter, how are you on this bright, early, well, we're in different time zones now. Well, we were in different time zones anyway, but time is different for me than it is for you. How are you this year, or this month, or today?
It's only 8 hours, not 9 hours anymore. And Rob, I'm feeling, wait, can you feel it, Rob? I feel it. The tremors, the shock waves through our B&B Motel of Let's Physical Media because of the streaming sensation in 4 days. Joss Whedon's Justice League will be on HBO Max with all its great visuals, great wire removal, mustache removal.
Wait, Joss Whedon's Justice League?
No, is it not Joss Whedon in 4 days, Rob. Is it something different?
You said,
not this Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, yes. No, it's not that. By the way, we're something is as our stream looks a little fuzzy. Maybe that's just me.
Okay.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Please start again.
Okay. So you say it's not the great Joss Whedon cut we get on Thursday?
No, I don't. No. I think it's. I don't know. I mean, somebody told me
you wanted more. You wanted more metal, Rob.
I did want more metal.
You don't want my metal. Great. And I got you snooping around on German websites, Rob. And considering physical media, what did you find out?
You're not supposed to tell anybody I snoop around on German websites.
Yeah. What did you find out considering physical media and the Snyder cut? What did you find out, Rob?
What did I find out, Dieter? I'm not really sure that it might be coming out.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Germany, it's got a release date on May 27th. So I think it will be almost the same date in other countries, but I think they will lay off a little bit with this news. But in Germany, it's gotten release date in May 27 on physical media as an 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think it's the 25th here. I haven't looked, but I think it's 25th. Now, let me ask you this. Obviously, this is one of the biggest, most exciting things for fandom in all of 2021. Are you excited for the Snyder Cut?
Oh, yes, Rob. Considering every movie that will perhaps come out this year, Black Widow, No Time to Die, but this one is special. No matter how it will turn out to be, it is special. Considering how it has evolved, come to pass, and now we're here, only 4 days away. My boss Patrick will be here to join me to watch it together, and let's hope that we can live with the cliffhanger.
Now, are you going to watch Man of Steel and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice first before you start watching? Because I am.
I would love to, but I don't think I can put in the time to watch these movies beforehand because of the work. I have worked 3 days, so I don't know if I find the time to put these 2 movies in. Unfortunately not.
Well, I'm pretty excited. I mean,
but Rob, I'm be honest. I probably watch this again just to see what is left from this movie in Sex movie, just to refresh my memory.
Is that Japanese? It's Japanese, right?
Yeah, Rob, isn't it nice? This Japanese one. It's all this great artwork here from this masterpiece.
I never bought Justice League. I can't believe it. I never purchased it. I was so disappointed in it. Not since Return of the Jedi was I as disappointed.
Because
in a movie.
unlike me, Rob, you don't buy every crap.
Well, I'm discerning. I do buy. I think I buy enough crap. I definitely got enough crap.
Yeah.
But
this one was even beyond you.
it was beyond me. I couldn't do it. So let me ask you. Last week we had a pretty epic week of purchases on this show. I have to tell you, I only got one disc this week, and I didn't even buy it. It was sent to me, and I have to say, to everyone, to our viewers, I must have had 10 people reach out to me, telling me they could get me Judge Dredd, the Judge Dredd 4K Steelbook at Best Buy, and everybody was so sweet. And if anyone bought one for me, and you have an extra one, I will pay you for it, and we will gather them and do a giveaway. But Patrick, our man Throg, had this sent to me.
Nice.
So this is the one and only disc I got this week. But you know what? I'm not the only one. I have a bone to pick with Best Buy because this was sent directly to me. This is a great Steelbook, but you can't really. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, you kind of can. If you can see,
you got the protective sleeve already,
right? Yeah, I put them, but there's dents on the top here. Now, if you're buying. If Best Buy has an exclusive, and they have with their Steelbooks, I would say 50% of the Steelbooks that I have purchased from Best Buy via the internet, not store pickups, but via the internet, have been dented because they're not packed well. Now, the thing is, here in LA, these Steelbooks go very, very quickly. If you don't pre-order them or something, they're gone. Now, Best Buy, if this is your exclusive, and you don't pack it well enough, and your product arrives dented, what good are you? What are you doing to your customers? This is terrible customer service. And this is anybody who's buying Steelbooks from Best Buy knows this to be the case, especially if you buy them via the internet. And you would think, as so many other companies have really stepped up their game in the time of COVID, that they could step up their game too, but they have not. They have not. And I'm tired of getting dented Best Buy Steelbooks.
Yeah, that I can feel with you, my friend. But I have to ask you, do you have now all Dredd Steelbooks, considering every person on the chat seemed to get you the Dredd Steelbook, and one of them was Garen Gillum. I hope I say his name right. He reached out to you that he has one left for you also. So you probably have all the Steelbooks that Best Buy put out.
And as I said, anybody who got one for me, I will pay for it, and we'll send it to me, and we'll do, maybe on the 666 show, I'll do a Dredd Steelbook giveaway, and I'll credit everybody that picked one up for me. Because it is frustrating. Although I have to say, this Steelbook, this artwork is beautiful. It is it's great.
How is it on the inside, Rob?
I didn't even crack it open.
Okay.
Why don't we do it on the show?
Yeah.
Why don't we do it right now?
Sometimes nice on the outside, ugly on the inside.
Oh, come on now.
Just no pictures, just silver. So I hope it's nice on the inside too.
Well, I'm sure. First of all, what's really nice, you've got this sleeve.
Great.
It has another sleeve. I love when they do that. Printed sleeve.
Oh, great.
And on the back, I am the law. That's my Stallone impression.
Law.
And then on the inside, you got your digital copy, obviously. This is actually really nice. So what I love about this is the discs have different things printed on. This is really actually pretty cool.
Great.
So here's the inside without the sans discs.
Great.
Really nice. And then the same thing is printed here. But what's really neat actually is underneath this is different artwork than here. So there's the discs themselves.
Just as it should be.
Awesome. Yes, and they did a fine job of it too. There's the spine. Steelbooks, you want to have the spine look good.
What about your Sucker Punch? Hasn't it arrived?
It has not. It has not arrived. My Sucker Punch did not show up. Damn it.
I'm looking forward to hear from you if you watch the extended cut.
Yeah,
perhaps pushes the movie a little bit in a more positive reaction from you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it is, and it's funny. I'm surprised because I love the soundtrack to Sucker Punch. I thought it was great, but I'm looking forward to the movie. Looking forward to the film. So
I got a little more than one.
That's what I heard.
Should I start?
I think you should start, Dieter.
Okay. The first one is not new. You already have it, Rob. Monster Hunter.
Yes.
From Paul W.S. Anderson. I really had fun with the movie because if you know this guy, you know his movies, and you know what you're in for. Okay? So don't be too surprised. But I have no affiliations with the video game. I know about it. Know that it was a huge success for Capcom, but I have no ideas about the characters or something like this. So if this is a good transformation from the video game into a movie, I can say. But I had fun with it. Monster Hunter first. Next one I watched yesterday. Really liked it. From Shudder, Rob. You can watch it on Shudder. I have to buy the Blu-ray. Scare Me. And I was a little disappointed by myself, Rob. Aya Cash is in it. And I didn't remember her. I thought, I know this girl, but from where? I have seen her. And then it hit me. She played Stormfront on The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that?
It's really nice, but you don't have to expect a horror movie. It's more of a comedy. They're both in a cabin together. She's a writer who got a bestseller out, a horror bestseller. He has more or less writer's block, and they tell each other scary stories. But it's not that they switch to other actors who do this kind of anthology. They're both acting out those stories. So it's more of the witty dialogue between the two. And I don't really like it. But you have to know what you are in for. It's not really a horror movie. If there weren't drug use and some language, you could probably rate it this PG-13, I would say. So it's not really in the scary department, but it's really clever. And I thought really witty. And Josh Rubin is the writer, director, and actor in it. And he does even a joke about it in the movie. But I just thought, I know her from somewhere. She played Stormfront in The Boys.
Yeah, I have to say that I want to give it up for Shudder because a lot of their originals come out on disc. I think it's great.
Yeah. And I don't know anyone in the live chat in one of our last shows asked about, are there any special features? Yes, here there are director and cinematographer commentary, interviews with the cast, behind the scenes photo gallery, make cool shit podcast episode, feel the music, feel the light music video. So there are some extras on this one.
Yeah.
And it's certified fresh, whatever that says about the movie. But I like it. The next one, Rob, I always try to pick up some wisdom from you. It's show business, not show friends. Even that hurts me because I thought this is a show made by friends, but I know it's show business, and I know you have to do good catering on production. But I'm not using only you to take my wisdom. I always take my wisdom from Fort Fairlane, okay? So many assholes, so few bullets, okay? It's one of his wisdoms. But luckily, Rob, I got 400 bullets to deal with all those assholes. And this hurts me the most, Rob. The movie is the worst one I've seen this year. Because, Rob, you don't get... How many choppers? Get to the chopper now! There are 4 choppers here. I got 1 CGI chopper in the whole movie. And you know what I hate most, Rob? Probably more than CGI blood is CGI muscle flashes from the guns.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's the worst.
Yeah, because that means they can't afford to have a firearms expert on set.
Yeah. And considering the action, he should be the badass, but he just getting his ass kicked many times that I could count. It was, damn, Rob, this put me to sleep, and I hate to say something like this. This was not
So is there anywhere in
200
Saarbrücken where you can trade that in, like a used store?
No, Rob, it will one of the cats in the bags that will go in the archive, but probably never watch it. It comes with commentary, and if you watch the commentary, you see they put in the effort to make something good. But considering I don't have to be entertained that much by the story. It's like a siege movie, but this was just boring, Rob. 400 sleepy bullets. Okay, Rob. The next one, Rob. Considering your verisimilitude, I don't give a crap that this movie has not 1 ounce of verisimilitude. But I love it anyway, Rob, because she's the man. She's the man for the first time out on Blu-ray. But I watched it before our show. It comes from Paramount, but Rob, unlike all the other titles that you bought, Flashdance, no new transfer. This is really just no effort put into it, and it's unfortunate because it's like the sticker says, the first time out on Blu-ray. And I still love the movie because when a movie finally has soccer and not football in it, how can you not love it?
Oh, there you go.
But I don't know what actually happened to Amanda Bynes. I don't see her anymore in movies. Okay, Channing Tatum is another, is a little bit different. But I totally love this movie, even if it has no verisimilitude. You know about the movie, Rob? What it's about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She's the man. She's the man. The next one, perhaps a little bit of a leftover from your show, Femme Fatales. I haven't seen it. It's called Only Cold.
Yes.
Fatale. And look, Rob, isn't it
that
shiny?
Is shiny. I really like that. Is that domestic? Is that an American disc?
Yes, this is the American release, but I haven't seen it. Don't know if it's any good. Fatal.
Fatale.
Fatale. Sorry.
Fatale.
Correct. Next one, 2 English ones. It's time for. I have seen this movie, I believe, on television, long time ago, but I don't think I have a DVD of it. Charlie Bronson is here, Rob.
All
with
right.
Murphy's Law from 88 films. And strangely enough, Rob, I love the slipcase. It is some kind of, don't know how I can describe it. It's not really, don't know the English word. Okay, but it has a booklet, but it's unfortunately, it's not really an essay. It's really just pictures.
But that's still cool.
From the movie. Yeah, that's cool, definitely. So I don't have to read anything. Murphy's Law from Charlie Bronson, and then it's one of the Canon films. Correct. Murphy's Law. The next one, I had to go to the customs office this week to pick this one up, but I don't know why, because the price of the title was under the line where it can be shipped. I don't know if you have heard about this, Rob. It's called Breeder.
I know that I am one, but I don't.
I haven't seen it, and the cover reminds me a little bit of Human Centipede. Just saying. But I don't know anything. It's a special edition. It did come out in Germany as well, but I decided to get the English one because of the special edition stuff. I don't know. Let's see if it's got a booklet in it. No, different cover.
Nice.
Which we always like if we have O-ring. Breeder. But I can't tell you anything about it. I have not seen the movie. The next one, I probably made a wrong buy, Rob, because I don't think it comes with German subtitles. Japanese movie called Liverleaf.
Liverleaf?
It's about bullying, and I already have, I believe, the Japanese one, but I didn't understand anything.
How did you even know? How did you even know to buy this movie? What made you buy this film?
Sometimes, Rob, you see there. It says uncut edition. You know, the censorship in Germany, Rob, is always still a topic here. And one of my websites always, I read about movies. Sure. This was hard, and when I know, why was this cut already? The curiosity is is peaked. Why is this movie cut? What is about this movie? And this comes with a Japanese track, but it doesn't say it has German subtitles, which is, of course, a bummer. So, and then the German dub, that's a tough one. Rob, these independent movies, let's face it, I don't know if they really put really much effort into dubbing these movies. No, let's do it quick. Let's do it.
Yeah, I know.
I got only one left, and I remember seeing this back really in the VHS days. I don't think I have seen it since then. I'm really looking forward to it, and I don't think I bought it on DVD. And you know it, Rob. Adrian Lyne as a media book, Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, dude, I love that movie. Is that new?
This is new. This has come out on Friday.
Oh, dude, I might have to get that. Oh.
Okay, I'll get on it.
I love Jacob's Ladder.
It comes from Koch Films and Studio Canal. I didn't know that this was a Coroico
Is
movie.
Is that a 4K?
No, unfortunately not, Rob. Unfortunately not. It's just a Blu-ray and the Blu-ray and the DVD. Jacob's Ladder. I will check if there's media books with different covers, because we know you like
I like the different, and you and I sometimes disagree on the covers, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So this was my haul this week.
I would say then a good haul. There really wasn't a lot to buy. I talked about it last week about how, I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but I had ordered the Demons and Demons 2 4K disc from Amazon. Everything was cool. They told me they shipped. Then I got a notice saying it was unavailable and they didn't know when they could ship it. Well, of course, this threw me into a tizzy. However,
that's the exact same situation with the Total Recall that I ordered for you.
Yeah, the same thing that you ordered for. Luckily, if you're a Thunderbirds fan, you might know who Lady Penelope Crichton Ward is. Do you know who Lady Penelope is?
No, unfortunately.
Well, she was an operative that worked with International Rescue. She had a pink Rolls Royce, and Parker, her manservant. I and you, we have our own Lady Penelope Crichton Ward in the UK that is willing to step in and aid us in our times of need. She is an operative. Yeah. You can just call her, and she will hook you up. She hooked me up with that 5-disc Total Recall. And she hooked me up with that Demons set that she's sending to me. And this is, of course, the lovely and incomparable Emma Bannon. And she is our Lady Penelope. I hope she doesn't mind that. I love Lady Penelope. I still love Lady Penelope. And you've got to say her whole name, Lady Penelope Crichton Ward. And come on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Emma has a pink Rolls Royce, but if she did, it'd be badass, especially if it had that gun that's in the front grill. So you're not a Thunderbirds fan? No Jerry Anderson? Doesn't ring a bell with you?
No, unfortunately not, Rob. And I forgot something. Considering this great movie that I showed you, I forgot the German word, Rob, that I wanted to use for this one.
Oh.
The German word, it's not a phrase, it's just a word. It's called Schönreden, which I would translate into nice talking. So I can't Schönreden, this movie, to sugarcoat something.
Okay.
To gloss over, Schönreden. So if you say, I had to get the crash for the fourth time because of this, so we do sugarcoat some buys we do because we actually can justify it, so we have to do some sugarcoating. But I can't sugarcoat this movie into that it would be good. Schönreden.
I know what you mean.
German.
Now, there's some news that is dismaying, and I want to have fun with this show, but this is dismaying news, disquieting, I should say. So one of my favorite boutique video companies is actually a studio company, Warner Archive. And Warner Archive over the years has brought me much joy. As a matter of fact, the end of this month...
Pump up the volume.
They pump up the volume. They're putting out the Bermuda Depths, which is one crazy kaiju romance with Connie Selica that was made in the late 70s with Japanese special effects. It's coming out on Blu-ray. It was a TV movie. They put out things like the original Don't Be Afraid of the Dark and Bad Ronald. They put out my very favorite Franco-Italian sci-fi co-production from 1965, Wild Wild Planet. They put out The Green Slime on Blu-ray. Well, they have these 4 for $44 sales. Well, this is distressing. So here is the ad, the final 4. It says final 4 for $44, meaning is this their final ever sale? And if so, does that mean that Warner Archive is disappearing forever? Is this company going the way of the dodo bird? Like, I don't know. But I've been buying from Warner Archive for a really long time. This sale expires tomorrow. But if you are a fan, like, there's so much good stuff. They have so much good stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, they put out The Hunger. Warner Archive, Tony Scott's The Hunger with David Bowie and Catherine Deneuve and Susan Sarandon. And it's distressing because Warner Archive actually does a better job of encoding their discs than even Warner Home Video. And they were putting out a lot of classic, like 30s, 40s, classic back catalog titles. And, you know, the mandate at HBO Max, and I know that Jason Killar, who is a very smart guy, I like the moves he's making there over at Warner Brothers as head of Warner Media, but he would like to see physical media go away because every time they sell a disc, that is one less HBO Max subscriber, and that's one less thing they can send over the AT&T interweb lines or whatever. And it's distressing because if Warner Archive goes down, that's really the last. I mean, the fact that they had a destination spot where you could get classic films from a studio that they were supporting their deep back catalog and putting stuff out. A lot of quirky stuff, a lot of culty stuff, but they've done a really good job. I would hate to see them go away. Now, I know for a fact that they let go George Feltenstein, who George Feltenstein is a man that he knows more about the MGM and Warner Brothers libraries than probably anybody alive today, and he's worked in the business for over 30 years, way back in the Laserdisc days. He actually reached out to me because of this show. He saw me talking about him 2 weeks ago and reached out to me. I've sent him an email back. I want to have him come on as our guest, if you would. He is a legend in the home video industry and knows, I mean, again, all the way back to the Laserdisc days. I don't know if he remembers this, but I actually went to his office in 1989. Came to visit him, and then he won't remember that, but it's true. A friend of mine from Seattle came down. We went and visited him. But yeah, he was heading up Warner Archive. He was let go, and a lot of with the studios, they're folding their home entertainment divisions into theatrical. And the problem with that is not to besmirch anyone or not to put anyone down, but you know, they're getting rid of all the people that have the knowledge of their back catalogs because the studios clearly are not that interested in preserving their legacy beyond a couple of decades. And it's sad and frustrating because our whole legacy of cinema, we've already lost half the movies that were made during the silent era because for various reasons. And I would hate to see anything like this continue. So unfortunately, anyone who's interested, go to Warner Brothers, go to Warner Archive. It's at the Warner Brothers store. Of course, they haven't been doing a very good job fulfilling orders lately, but maybe pick up 4 discs for $44. I think I'm going to go and do that and sort of a last hurrah and get some stuff. So,
Rob, am I wrong? Is not the Batman v Superman, the new release, is that not under the Warner Archive label?
I think it is. I think it is.
I think I read something on Bill Hunt's website.
Yeah,
it is under the Warner, strangely under the Warner Archive, because it's not that old kind of.
No, it's true. I believe it is under Warner Archive, and that's they basically have all of the Warner Archive releases planned for the rest of 2021, but after that, all bets are off. which is very,
So,
what a bummer. I mean,
well,
it's the inevitability of physical media going away. I mean, the boutique labels are still doing, Arrow is still doing great work, Criterion's still doing great work, Shout Factory, all of our favorite boutique labels, all the stuff that they're doing in Germany, Turbine and all the different companies. So,
yeah, good. Rob, you didn't send me a letter, but look at what I got. I got a list, Rob. I got a list.
You have a
Can
list?
you believe it, Rob? You have a list because everybody knows what's coming up. Robservations show number 666. And it's time for me to chime in. With the only one playlist you need for this show. So, Rob, let me start right off. You want to go first with The Devil Went to Georgia? No, Rob. No, just no. We don't start with The Devil Went to Georgia as the first title. Because is this the kind of storyteller you are? The Devil Went to Georgia, and then we do a cut and say 2 months earlier. No. The first thing we have to do is to summon the demon. To summon Satan. So the first track we will open with is Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. This is the first track, Rob. And of course, we will put in the beginning the intro of the album with Shout at the Devil. So Shout at the Devil is the first track, no other than Shout at the Devil. Okay, we got that out of the way. So we will have 13 tracks. It's actually 15, but the intro from the Motley Crue album and the last one is an outro. So actually 13 tracks, 15 completely. The next one after this, Rob, I didn't pick just titles with devil in it. It's more of a feeling, the fall of civilization, all that comes with this figure. So it's more of a different kind of flavors considering the songs. The next one is WASP Wasp, and the song is, of course, the Headless Children. And I picked some lyrics from some songs out to just show why these songs need to be in your list. So the second song is Wasp, the Headless Children, because, as the lyrics say, the lyric starts with Father, but I will change that into Archbishop of Canterbury, okay? Archbishop of Canterbury, come save us from this madness we are under. God of creation, are we blind? Because some here are slaves that worship guns that spit thunder. The children that you've made have lost their minds. Rob,
wow.
Headless Children, Blackie Lawless, one of the great ones. This has to be in it. Another lyric from this song goes, for horsemen sit high up in the saddle and waiting to ride the bloody trail of no return. Because we know Satan will come with his henchmen. Okay, they're from God, but let's say in my story, there's a Satan's henchman. Like Thanos has his henchmen. Satan brings the 4 horsemen. And of course, after Headless Children, if we have the 4 horsemen, we get Metallica, the 4 horsemen. The 4 horsemen, a song number 4 in the playlist, okay? Because the 4 horsemen are drawing nearer, on let our steeds they ride. They've come to take your life because they have nothing better to do, okay? On through the dead of night with the 4 horsemen ride, or choose your fate and die, okay? And one of the lyrics of Kill 'Em All is, of course, oh yeah, yeah, Rob. What do you need to know more than, oh yeah, yeah, that Satan is coming, okay? And after the 4 horsemen has come and brought us, of course, pestilence and all this stuff, after we got the 4 horsemen, the first song from this band, we'll have more of this band, of course. Black Sabbath, Headless Cross will be the song after the 4 horsemen brought pestilence, because Headless Cross is a little bit about the plague, Rob. And if you hear Headless Cross coming through your speaker, you will hear the plague sweeping over the land. Okay, it's COVID at the moment. It will sweep across the land. So let me get a little bit of lyrics from Headless Cross to you. Where all witches meet on a night such as this, and the power of darkness is host. Okay? From the first evil night, when a black flash of light cut the crucifix have to the ground. There's been no escape from the power of Satan. Rob, Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, put it in your list, god damn it. Okay? So after Headless Cross is behind us, the next song has not really to do anything perhaps with the devil itself, but considering the album title and the song, I had to put it in. Judas Priest with their Defenders of the Faith album. But the song is, Rob, of course, Some Heads Are Gonna Roll. Because, Rob, if the man with the power can't keep it under control, some heads are gonna roll. Okay? It's probably the same for you as a producer on the Hills Run Red. If somebody didn't fall in line, some heads are gonna roll as a producer. You have to run that tight ship, okay? Okay. After heads are gonna roll, you know, the devil can be in a person, possess a person, or perhaps is in self-doubt about all the heads he has cut off. So he asks himself in song number 7, am I demon? Danzig. Danzig is the 7th song. Am I demon? Am I beast? Or am I human? Am I just like you? Power thieving, really reeling, reaching out for you? Am I demon? Need to know. And nobody is wailing better than Glenn Danzig through his songs. Okay, Am I Demon? Song number 7 in my playlist. Okay. The next one is probably the weakest song in this list, but I had to include it because of the title, and it's movie related. And you've got, I think you love this movie. I probably know you have it in 4K. So we'll have, of course, and this, I know, Rob, you will say, what is this, Dieter? Now give us songs with the devil. Okay. Now we have Alice Cooper from Raise Your Fist and Yell with the song Prince of Darkness from the John Carpenter movie. Okay. Of course, it has to be included because Prince of Darkness studies the world with hungry eyes. Prince of Darkness, ready to baptize you in lies. Heart of evil, soul of blackness, Prince of Darkness. Alice Cooper is song number 8. But Rob, not all hope is lost. There is one man that can save us, And who will that be? Of course, Rob, it's Ronnie James Dio. Song number 9 will be the last in line. Of course, if you remember, I don't know if you have seen the video for Last in Line. He saved the Spike Messenger kid who was traveling down the elevator shaft into hell, and Ronnie saved the kid. Okay, Rob. We are all born upon the cross. We're the throw before the toss. You can release yourself, but the only way is down. And you know the lyrics from Ronnie, you always can see both ways, you know. 2 eyes from the east, it's the angel or the beast, and the answer lies between the good and bad. We'll know for the first time if we're evil or divine, Rob. We're the last in line. From Ronnie James Dio, song number 9. Okay? And now, Rob. The devil comes back after Ronnie saved us. You know, the twist in the movie. The devil comes back with full force again. And this one, Rob, will even make the Archbishop of Canterbury close the gates to his church because no positivity can escape from Black Sabbath with their Born Again album. But the song I chose from this one, Rob, is, of course, Disturbing the Priest. Rob, look at this cover. How more demonic.
It's amazing. That is an amazing cover. That's Rosemary's Baby right there.
The only Black Sabbath album with Ian Gillan, the singer of Deep Purple, who sang on this album. And I have to give a little shout out. I don't know if he's watching, one of my longest and dearest friends, CP, who put me up with this album. He said, dude, you have to hear this album. And I hated this album. I hated it. The sound was overpowering. It seemed to devoid of any melody at all. But he said, "Oh, give it 2 or 3 spins," and now it's one of my favorites of this group. Let me give you some lyrics from Disturbing the Priest. Sweet child with an innocent smile, watch closely all the while. Don't be fooled when he cries. Keep looking at the eyes. Good life is contradiction because of all the crucifixion. If you're ready and have the need, I'll take your soul and plant my seed, Rob. Okay? Well, it goes on, Rob. You got to listen to the night as you're going upstairs. You got to listen to the night and don't forget to say your prayers. Now, Rob, now it's getting really good. The devil and the priest can exist if one goes away. Just like the battle of the sun and the moon and night and day. The force of the devil we are all told to fear. Watch out for religion. When he gets too near, we're disturbing the priest. Won't you please come to our feast? Do we mind disturbing the priest? Not at all, not at all, not in the least. Disturbing the priest from Black Sabbath will, with all the power. And Rob, this album, it sounds like you would play an album in reverse. That's the sound of this. And if you ask me, Rob, dude, where's this movie produced in some of these fancy LA studios or on some countryside in the UK? No, Rob, this album is forged in hell. Forged and produced in hell. Like Sabbath, born again. The next two titles, Rob, I know, I won't apologize for these two titles. You can say, oh, dude, obvious, lame choices. No, I don't care, Rob. These were the first two choices when it came to your show 666, because after our Archbishop of Canterbury closed the gates and for disturbing the priest, he will go up the stairs and, of course, ring the hell bells.
Of course,
hell's bells has to be in it. I won't take no prisoners. Won't spare no lives.
Oh, you don't have to convince me. That's absolutely got to be there.
If you're into evil, you're a friend of mine. See the white light flashing as it split the night. Because if good's on the left, then I'm sticking to the right. I'm going to take my bell. Going to take you to hell. Hell's bells has to be in it, Rob. And for me, Hell's bells is more about the natural disasters. You know, you can see people getting rescues from their chopper while their house is flooded, you know, lose all their livelihoods. Hell's bell has to be in it. Okay. And the next song, of course, it has to be in it, Rob. Number of the Beast. From Iron Maiden. Just show a little quick. This was a picture. A nice double picture disc.
Nice.
From the album, which got it remastered, of course. For it's a human number. It's number 666. Torches blazed and sacred chants were praised as they start to cry. Hands held to the sky. In the night, the fires are burning bright. The ritual has begun. Satan's work is done. 666, the number of the beast. Sacrifice is going on through observations. Show number 666 coming up soon. This was track number 12. Only two left, Rob. The next one is not particularly has anything to do with the devil, but I had to include it because this is really the first album that brought me into hard rock metal, because the message was loud and clear for me. Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock, but I didn't choose I Wanna Rock from the Stay Hungry album. Of course, I chose Burn in Hell, Rob, from this album. Welcome to the abandoned land. Come on in, child, take my hand. Here there's no work or play. Only one bill to pay, Rob. There's just 5 words to say as you go down, down, down. You're gonna burn in hell. From Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. We are the end, Rob, of my playlist. The final song, obvious one, Black Sabbath. Heaven and Hell is the last song. Not the last, we got an outro, but it's the last song. Obviously, it's on and on, on and on. It's Heaven and Hell. And as an outro, we will go back to Metal Crew, the Shout at Devil album, and play God Bless Children of the Beast. Just a little instrumental, 1 minute after credit sequence, with the final voice saying, God bless the children of the beast. So, don't worry, I will put these final list for Observation 666 in the comments. And if you ask yourself out there, hey Dieter, I did my set list here and now I've heard yours, I feel my list is bad. No, people. your compilations are not bad. They're just wrong. That's just the gist of it. Okay, I will put it in the comments, the correct list about your songs.
I have to say, this segment of yours might have been my favorite thing that I've ever broadcast on this channel ever. I want to thank you for the diligent work that you've done. I never thought...
Don't forget, people, considering setlist, you have to watch the flow. To watch the flow of the songs. I've heard the setlist a few times this week. I've said, Rob, I was thanking him for being my night shift radio, and after Rob was finished, I've heard, is this compilation good enough? Yes, it is.
Well, let me just say, as a collector of CDs myself, it's nice to see a succession of CDs. It's nice you have...
And as I said, I wanted to send Rob the email with all the covers because I thought I couldn't find all the CDs that I needed, but I did actually find all the CDs. You found them all.
Well, I think we need to explain that on Robservations, this show's sister show, or original show, I'm about to hit...
The primary show.
The primary show. I am... today is my 642nd episode. We are 24 episodes away from episode 666. And for whatever reason, because I like the community, everybody's so great. Everybody thinks that we should celebrate episode 666. And I figured, all right, we'll do that. And it's going to be a celebration of His Satanic Majesty and Old Scratch himself and portrayals of the devil in popular culture. Movies, television, music especially, and we're going to compile, I'll probably build it up on Spotify, a playlist of songs about or starring or referring to the devil. And I know our mod Joshua Levesque doesn't like this idea very much, but we have to do it in the spirit it is intended. It's just, we're going to have some fun.
He's been the inspiration for a lot of people, let's say it.
I mean, yes.
Storytelling. No.
My favorite song, I think the best song ever written about the devil is the Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. And that is, I'm making that the final song on, well, if we have an outro, you and I will have to talk about it. But we do have a letter.
Oh, great.
But we do have a letter, and this letter comes with artwork.
Ooh,
and here's artwork of you. And this letter... there's what the mock-up for the packaging of the Let's Get Physical Media action figures will look like. And if you notice on this piece of artwork, it comes with not only headphones, but all of the different versions of the Hunger Games that Dieter owns. Those are the special features that it comes with. And this is from David Kukol. And let me read
God
David's.
Damn it!
Let me read David's letter. David says, "Hello, Rob and Dieter. Your show offers a great deal of entertainment value and has rapidly become one of my favorite programs on YouTube. As a gesture of my thanks for all your hard work and enthusiasm, I've drawn 2 pieces of Let's Get Physical Media fan art." Before we go any further, let's put that one back of you up. There it is one more time. I've drawn 2 pieces of Let's Get Physical Media fan art. I was thinking how cool it would be to have Let's Get Physical action figures. I'm way ahead of you. I think you're absolutely right, and these mock-ups are perfect. No, I'm not confusing your show with Fully Articulated. Please see the attachments to this letter. I drew these pieces depicting your good selves as action figures in the style of 1970s Kenner Star Wars toys. I do not know which of you is taller. I don't either. So please forgive me. Same size. I do not know which of you is taller, so please forgive me if I got your relative heights wrong. These are fun to do, and I hope you take them in the humorous spirit in which they are intended. Long live Physical Media and your show. Live long and prosper, David Kukol. And just so everyone can see it, here is my... there's me. I come with a chair. I love that I come with a chair. As everyone knows, I have a fetish for action figures that come with chairs. I just love that, David. I love that you incorporate, clearly as a fan of the show, this is why, I cannot stress enough that we have this community, the Post-Geek Singularity community, this community on YouTube is the best YouTube community because everybody really pays attention between. I mean, can you imagine how we'd have to recreate every single one of your different Hunger Games things? I mean, it'd be great.
And you give me the creeps, Rob, with this great news of Sony getting together with Lionsgate. It gives me the creeps, Rob. I don't want to buy it anymore. Please.
Yes, you do.
No new releases.
They're gonna. I mean, have they done the definitive box set of all the Hunger Games movies?
Yeah. Lionsgate has not the 4K. You can get it in almost a definitive version with all the special features. So
I don't know. Sony might be doing. Sony and Lionsgate might get together. Like, what are they going to do? They've watched this show. They know that at least one person's going to buy it.
Damn it! God damn it!
They're out. They're out there. So
okay, Rob.
Yeah. Well, do you want to show special editions? All right.
Okay. Since I derailed the show a little bit with the music stuff, I will derail it further because I show physical media, but video game stuff. Because video games can have nice packaging too. The first for the PS4 is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow.
A sequel to the game is coming up. Unfortunately, the sticker was not removable. It is fortunately on the front. Inside of the package.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
We have a Steelbook, and I always like when they put artwork book in it too. So we got the Steelbook from Horizon Zero Dawn, and I asked you to show the insides of Dredd, so I will make it the same here because it has nice artwork.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And Sony is already working on the sequel for the game because it was a huge hit for them. It was an exclusive. It's an exclusive title for the PlayStation. So they have all. And I love these little art books.
Yeah, those are great.
That comes with the collector's editions.
So people frequently they forget just how much artwork is involved in. I mean, literally
making
the whole game.
Games. Yeah.
That's great.
So this is the first one, Horizon Zero Dawn. Unfortunately, Rob, still no PS5 for me.
Me neither.
Not available, and I'm a little bit tired of watching if it is available. So, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the next one is probably one that would be for your take in Rob. This is for the PS4. It's No Man's Sky.
Wow!
I know it's a little bit of a divisive movie, but the game has gotten so many updates at the moment. I actually don't know what the status of the movie is. It's traveling from planet to planet. And what's great, what I like about the game, Rob, you don't have loading times. You're taking off of a planet, up into space, and go to the next planet.
It's great.
But a lot of people find it a little bit boring. So you've got a Steelbook. This is the inside.
Wow, that's really cool. I like No Man's Sky.
So you got shiny Steelbook. And, like you showed Dredd, it has what I like. There's artwork inside of it.
So cool.
Then we have an art book, like with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow. That looks like a children's book. The color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Like you said, an art book can really show how much work.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely
goes into developing a video game and a movie.
Yeah.
So an art book, and it's gotten a comic in it too for No Man's Sky.
Wow.
And a little comic.
What a cool special edition.
Special edition for No Man's Sky. These were my two special editions for this week. A little bit different video games, but we're not tied
physical
to
media.
anything.
We're not tied to movies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
well, you know, I have two things. One's a book, and
Great.
one is let me switch over. Now, this is something I think a lot of people have in their collections, but I was just looking at it, and I wanted to bring it up because there's a few things in here. The Alien Anthology. So I don't know if anyone, you know, this is the definitive version. They updated this from the DVD version. This was done by my friend Charlie Lazarica. And this has what I think is the definitive version of Alien 3. It's kind of a reconstruction of the film. And unlike the DVD, they went back and they had the actors revoice missing dialogue, and they pretty much finished it. This is a really great. Look, Alien has come out on 4K since this has been released, but because this is an older title, if you can find this, and look, I know Alien Resurrection, it's still Jean-Pierre Jeunet, but this is a really great set. And, you know, again, we're not going to see the likes of this coming out from a major studio anymore. And you've got the discs in here. I love this set. And Charlie's documentaries, the behind-the-scenes material are incredible. I mean, this is one of the definitive collections. And for people that I know, you know, I'm noticing on social media, a lot of younger people are getting into collecting physical media again. And these are things that I highly recommend picking up because the the documentaries on everything from visual effects to just about everything else is absolutely worth getting. And, you know, I think that the biggest casualty of physical media is going to be that these archival special features that, you know, Charlie worked on this disc for years, and it really shows. And I think that this is a definitive release of Aliens. It is on Blu-ray. It's not 4K, but who knows if they put this out in 4K, will we get all of the features that are on this disc? Or multiple discs. This is one of my favorite compilation releases. It's Fox, the height of their physical media powers. This is an amazing special edition. And I go ahead. Here, Wayne, let me switch over. Wait, hang on. Wait, what were you saying?
I totally love the bonus stuff of the discs because you don't have to promote the movies anymore. They say what was up. And I didn't even know, Rob, that my favorite, the Finnish hack, Rennie Harlan, was considering directing part 3. I didn't know that. And he was in the documentary too, considering the movie.
Yeah. And
the third one.
You know, it's funny when I look around, like we're always talking about new things. And I think since we're, you know, how many special editions do we have? But there are so many books and things that I think are worth owning and worth seeking out that this is an interesting, I don't know how interesting this will be to a lot of people, but I have to reach down and get it because it's very heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on, I'm going to pick it up. As I get it. This is a very heavy book. This is Star Wars Frames. Now, I don't know how many people know this book, but okay, this is an amazing book. So, actually, it's 2 books. Now, this is the retail version. I think there was a much more extensive version of it, but so here it is. And so, okay, Star Wars Frames. These are actual still frames from Star Wars that were handpicked by George Lucas. So it's not like it's full of texts or making of material or whatever. No, they're from the actual movies. It's just still frames from the movies that George Lucas loved, and he picked out each frame, and when you delve into this, it sort of distills. When you distill the movie down into still images, each of the images that he picks are definitive. Now, these are beautiful books. I mean, they're really thick and heavy. Very, very, very heavy. And it's both the original trilogy and then the prequel trilogy. And it comes with both. And I mean, look at the cover of that. Now, what I find really interesting about this book, so if you look in here, you know, and it's all 3 films. Hey, that was actually a great page. So, again, Lucas has picked out, you're distilling a movie down into individual images that he picked. And what I find really interesting about this is it completely changes the experience of Star Wars, which obviously is a movie. But when you're looking at these images, and they're chronologically ordered for the most part, it makes you have a new appreciation for both, especially the prequel trilogy, because all the shit that you don't like that's in it, like I've always said that the prequel trilogy, they're bad movies, but they're good Star Wars. Well, when you look at them in this format, all the bad stuff is just swept away, and you're looking at the imagery and everything that Lucas did, and it just makes you appreciate the prequel trilogy more. The original trilogy, you know, it is what it is. It's legendary, but it's interesting, and I found myself, when I first got this set, I spent like hours just looking at the images, because Star Wars, when I've seen Star Wars 200 times. You know, it's one of those movies where when you have a favorite album when we were growing up, you're playing vinyl, you knew exactly how long the silences were between tracks. Like you could, in your mind, you could beat them out. You knew like ba-bump, ba-bump. Oh yeah, well, I think the key to a good mixtape is to never have silence. But like with albums, you would. And I that's how Star Wars is to me. And the funny thing is, that's why the special editions never worked, because I'd seen Star Wars so many times that anytime they change it, I'm like, But yeah, McClunky. These this book and the whole package is it's great. I mean, I love this set. Yes, because I think there was a special edition, like a really expensive. This is like the cheaper version. I don't even remember because I've been moving stuff around on my shelves. I don't even remember how much this cost. But I think there was like a $500 version of it that came in like a wooden box. But it's just interesting. I mean, and for me as a filmmaker, you know, I love composition, shot composition, and I puzzle over all this. And I love the 2:3:5 or 2:3:9:1 aspect ratio, the widescreen aspect ratio. So I look through this book a lot, and I pulled it out the other day. I'm like, oh, and it's you know, because we have bought. I mean, I just have so much cool shit, like, and I don't even. There's so much of it now that I don't enjoy it the way I used to, because I don't have time. I don't have time where I can pull a book out and look at it for 2 or 3 hours. You know, there's always something to do. It's getting shorter, and you know, I'll be dead soon. And I think I'm gonna have to do that Swedish, whatever the Swedish word is when you give up stuff. I'm gonna have to, all my things, like this book, I'm gonna have to like take it out one day and go through it and enjoy it, and then give it away. Or sell it or something, and I'm gonna I have to spend and slowly purge myself of all this crap that I have. It's not crap. I mean, I love it, but somebody else should have it. And you know, it always bums me out when I go into used bookstores, because I love used bookstores. And you go in and you see these books like, oh yeah, I had this book when I was a kid, and there's all these used bookstores that are they just keep getting more and more books, older and older and older books, and you just. How many books are lonely now that have just been forgotten? And I don't want my collection to be forgotten. I want people to have it and enjoy it. So, I mean, I don't plan on dying like tomorrow. But, yeah, man, I'm not going to miss that goodness. And the 4K Battle Royale set comes out next month. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, it's true. So let me ask you this. So next week, do you have anything that you're interested in getting? Right. Right. Yeah, yep, yep. I know. Well, I don't know if anyone's a fan of. Well, Psycho Gorman's coming out in this country, and run. Yeah, Runaway Train comes out, and I'm pretty excited about getting that. And I just wanted to say, let's see if I can find it. There's a movie. I don't know if you know it, but I'm a huge fan of like Space 1999 and, like I said, the Thunderbirds and all that. So there is a new release, a new version. Jerry Anderson, when he was doing Space 1999 and and UFO and things like that, he actually made a film. He made a movie called Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. That is I really, really love it. And it's a pretty interesting movie. The movie, if no one's ever seen it, it's one of my favorite late 60s science fiction films. And the plot of the movie is they discover that there's a planet, another Earth, like an alternate Earth, that is opposite us. So we've never seen it because it's orbiting around the sun directly opposite. And things run backwards, and we send a space mission to that other Earth. And I don't want to ruin anything that happens in it, but it's really, as a kid, it used to blow my mind. I'm like, oh my God. So they're releasing a new version of the film, and it's got really, here's the artwork for the new version of Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. And I think it's a great film, and it's everyone who worked on Thunderbirds and UFO and Space 1999, a lot of that same crew worked on the film, so that's coming out, which I'm pretty excited about. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And in Germany, movie is coming out that I remember seeing back in the day, and probably you can help me out, Rob. The Dark Side of the Moon is coming out here on Blu-ray. Did you know anything about?
I don't know that.
It was a B movie, some sort from the 80s, I believe. I think I've seen it back in the from the VHS days, but it's coming out on Blu-ray. Dark Side of the Moon. It's called. Thought you knew it. You could refresh.
Yeah, I'd have to look. Maybe I do. I mean, I don't. I'm not sure. But yeah, the also next week, The Invisible Man appears, and The Invisible Man are coming out. Runaway Train, which is a movie I really like, comes out on Blu-ray. And there's not that much coming out. Rad, the biker movie, Rad is coming out, but Promising Young Woman, I'll definitely get that. What's Up, Doc is coming out, which is a great comedy. Songbird, the movie that Michael Bay produced during quarantine, is coming out.
Songbird not on Netflix?
It might be, but the Blu-ray
is on one streaming service, but I think it's on Netflix. Songbird, at least in Germany, I believe.
I'm sure it is here too. It's coming out, so that's cool. So we're not getting Donnie Darko on 4K yet. Those are Arrow titles that are coming out. Looking forward to that. By the way, we have a lot of tips and chats and things like that. I wanted to read them. Justin Toner writes in. Justin's obviously a moderator. Justin says, "Hi guys, I took advantage of the 4 for 44 sale at Warner Archive. I got The Big Sleep, Stage Fright, The Man with Two Brains, and Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Ooh, good for you. I also got the 4 Hitchcock film set of Dial M for Murder, I Confess, The Wrong Man, and Suspicion. So between the Warner sale prices and a 15% off code they gave me for signing up, I saved a lot of money. I also found out about the Kino...
Made some Schnäppchen up.
I found out about the Kino Lorber sale on their website too. Still browsing there, not sure what to get. Well, you should get Ridley Scott's Hannibal, their 4K version. That's amazing. So glad my tax return came in on Sunday. The lovely Emma Bannon actually is here. She sends in a tip and she says, "Hey guys, I have both the Batman animated series and the 1960s series on Blu-ray. I know everyone's favorite Batman seems to be either Michael Keaton or Ben Affleck, but which is your favorite Robin, and why is it Dieter?" Dieter's always going to be my favorite Robin.
But there aren't that much Robins to choose from.
No. Burt Ward to me is always going to be the definitive Robin from the Batman series in the 60s.
From the 60s, yep.
Sister Harrow sends in a super chat and says, "Rob, contribution to your crap buying." Well, thank you for that. Let's see. It's either HNDX Hundex 1970 sends in a super chat. Thank you very much. "Thank you, Rob, for keeping your Frederick Douglass sticker for longer than the month of February. We as a people are more than 28 days can allow. Hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League." Well, let me tell you something. For those of you who are wondering what he is saying, this is, of course, Frederick Douglass, and Throg sent me a bunch of stickers when one of his packages arrived, and he sent me these vinyl stickers and of historical figures, and one of them was Frederick Douglass. And Frederick Douglass is one of my favorite historical Americans. He was emancipated. He became one of America's greatest orators and statesmen, and I'm a huge Frederick Douglass fan. Truth be told, I had some friends. It started out as a joke on Twitter. Derek Hughes, who was a writer-producer on The Flash and Arrow, we started riffing on Frederick Douglass because they were doing like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and we were like, we came up with an idea: Frederick Douglass, American slave, American zombie hunter. And we did a photo shoot with the great Phil Lamar, and where he was going to play Frederick Douglass, and we had a whole story about the Underground Railroad and how the South, the South, knowing they were going to lose the Civil War, went to Haiti to get the secret of reanimating the dead, and so they started reanimating the corpses of the dead, and it became and Frederick Douglass sent his sons to join the Union Army, and then his sons come back and join up with Frederick Douglass, and they rescue a group of slaves, and they have to get them out of the zombie-riddled South. So I'm just a huge fan of. It would have been great, and the photo shoot was great. It was really cool, and we wanted to. It would have been a great movie. We had a really good idea that actually incorporated a lot of real American history into it. But I'm a huge Frederick Douglass fan, and I don't think I'm going to be taking. It was just coincidental that Throg sent me the vinyl stickers in a box, and it was cool. There's like Neil deGrasse Tyson was one, Einstein was one. I just love the Frederick Douglass sticker because he was a great spokesperson. He knew how to talk. He knew how to rally a crowd. So I don't think Frederick Douglass is going to be leaving my microphone anytime soon. I just appreciate someone recognized him. A lot of people are like, "Who's that dude on your microphone?" I'm like, "What do you mean, who's that dude on my microphone? It's Frederick Douglass." So anyway, I appreciate that. Thank you for appreciating that. Justin comes back and says, "Rob, Throg told me in the chat that he is currently working on the dented Steelbook situation with Best Buy and might have something for you to relate on the shows in the coming week." Yeah, those guys, they're always denting. They're denting things. Black Philip Alvarez says, "A Dieter action figure? Yes, please. I'm going to order a LGPM, Let's Get Physical Media shirt. It'll bring joy having Dieter. It'll bring joy having Dieter so close. I pre-ordered The Last Action Hero, Animal House, and The Sting. Great song list by Dieter. Oh, hi, Rob. Hi, Rob, too. Animal House and The Sting are coming out in 4K. For me, those are both must-buys. Evan Newman says HBO Max just dropped the new Justice League trailer, and it's metal, yeah. So that's exciting. And let's see, he did put in the link to the new trailer, so I would be remiss if I did not drop this in the live chat, which I'm going to do right now.
And you told me it will go up in LA Wednesday, 11
Wednesday
PM.
the 17th at 11 p.m. So I will be starting.
That would be 7 o'clock my time then.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go
7
on.
o'clock in the morning, Thursday.
Yeah, I'm going to go on. I'm going to do a reaction show at 3 a.m. So I'm going to do a reaction show. Okay. I'll do my 3 a.m. reaction show. Emma Bannon is back. Emma Bannon asks, do you think that the Snyder Cut will introduce the X-Men and Doctor Strange? Absolutely. Absolutely. Doctor Strange can show up. And why shouldn't the mutants arrive? Why shouldn't they? Bunyan Snipe says, I love Journey to the Far Side of the Sun, where the special effects amount to flopping the picture. Roy Thinnis is the man. Well, it's more than that. They had to actually build sets that were backwards. But yes, thank you for that, Bunyan. I do love Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. It's really good. It's got a really creepy vibe to it. So that's pretty cool. Carrie just became a member of the channel. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. So yeah, I guess this brings to a halt. I know we were a little late today. That was my catastrophic computer failure.
No, Rob, we were half an hour early.
Well, yes, yes. For you, we were a little early, so that's always a good thing. So yeah, well, this was another fun show to do. I enjoyed.
Always fun to do the show.
Yes.
And I hope people were entertained. That's the least what we can do.
Yeah, by the way, there is a really cool Legend of Korra Steelbook that's coming out. Yeah. It's really beautiful. I already
bought the Blu-rays of the season, so I'm hesitant to spend the money again. But help me, Rob. This is the studio that animated Dota 2.
Yes.
Never correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Studio Mirror. Great. That is correct. Thanks for that plug. Yeah, as a matter of fact, everyone knows that the animated series I worked on, Dota Dragon's End, drops on the 25th. That is next week, almost.
1 week after the Snyder Cut, bro.
Yeah, it's the week after the Snyder Cut, so it's 11 days away. 11 days away, so that's pretty exciting.
And don't give me that weekly bullshit, Rob. I want to see all 8 episodes at once.
Well, you'll be able to do just that. Great. Now, you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The cover that they have, it doesn't say Warner Archive.
Didn't say, okay.
But maybe it is the Ultimate Edition, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if they added anything into it. I kept thinking they probably might, but who knows? Who knows? So.
At least that shifting aspect ratios.
The Event Horizon, the Event Horizon's coming out disc, and then
end of March
on the 23rd. Event Horizon. That's a big day because Soul comes out that day. The Wong Kar-wai collection comes out that day. Event Horizon comes out that day. The 23rd of March. That is a big day because that's the Batman v Superman News of the World. Godzilla comes out in 4K. So and Gattaca.
News of the World were actually here on Netflix in Germany.
Oh, wow,
you could watch it on Netflix in Germany. It came out, I believe, 3 or 4 weeks ago on Netflix.
There's 8 discs I would pick up on that day. At least 8 discs. I mean, Gattaca in 4K is a must-buy.
Yeah.
News of the World. Right. Well, actually, 7 discs.
Do you buy the Steelbook, Rob, or the normal edition from Gattaca?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll get the Steelbook.
Steelbook, okay.
Yeah, I'll have to get that Steelbook because why not? Why not?
In Germany, they will release the Steelbook first and the normal edition way later from Gattaca.
Yeah, the thing, I mean, that Wong Kar-wai set is something I can't wait to get. I wish Criterion would go 4K. I don't know if they ever will, but I wish they would. Okay. Well, listen,
I'm looking forward to their memories of murder.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I'll finally get to replace my DVD. I mean, I can't wait to get that. I love that film. It's
me too.
terrific.
Me too. After I made my peace with it, that we, spoiler alert, don't find out anything.
No, but although they did solve the murder like last year.
You told me.
So you can go find out what actually happened.
This got me totally off guard when I watched the movie on DVD this year's back. What is this shit? I want my Hollywood ending. That guy has to be behind bars.
No.
At the end. But no.
No. Well, listen, I guess
it's just different.
It's true. Well, this brings us to the end of our show, sir.
Yeah. Great.
I guess that I will wish you a fond farewell and another good week. Ricky B, by the way, says the Alien 4K came out in April of 2019 for the 40th anniversary. Do you have it? Yes, I do. And that version in 4K has both the director's cut and the theatrical version. I mean, the theatrical version I actually prefer, but the director's cut's shorter. He tightened it up.
Yeah, strangely. Yeah.
So I like the disc. People said it was a little.
Isn't there talk about 4K of Aliens a little bit?
I hope so.
Rumor mill.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not have Aliens in 4K? I would love to see that because it's a grainy movie, and I like the fact that it's grainy. I think it adds something. I can't believe. But then again, you know what? I can't believe The Abyss is not out, and I can't believe True Lies and Solaris and Strange Days. Well, you can get them in Germany, as you know, but I can't believe those Lightstorm titles are not out. Like, I don't know. I know James Cameron's busy, but come on, Jimmy. How busy are you?
Let the computer wizards do their work and oversee the transfer for 2 weeks. Come on.
I know, man. Just go take a look at it.
Yeah.
All right, well, then I guess this brings us to the end of Let's Get Physical Media. It's good to have done this with you again, sir. And
always my pleasure.
Absolutely.
And only one thing to say. Jede Person, die du triffst, hat eine Geschichte zu erzählen, die du noch zu hören hast. Alles, was du tun musst, ist zuhören. Rob, translate?
Every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear. And all you have to do is listen. That was for your mom, wasn't it? Your mom's clapping.
Probably. But I told you, where's this coming from? This is not a German saying at all.
Well, on that note, everyone, thanks for watching. We will be back next week with another episode of Let's Get Physical Media. Live long
and prosper.
And prosper.